Let's play idle pouring. So in this video, I'll be talking about job change and classes. So once you hit job level 10, you're able to choose between a swordsman, an archer, or a mage. Now, in particular, all three classes are pretty much identical with the exception of one or two skills, and they acquire those when they become a Lord Knight or a Rune Knight. Same way, archers, they become a sniper or a ranger. In this particular video, I went archer class because when they unlock their ranger skill, Toxic Arrow, it's a very overpowering skill or OP skill that will definitely allow you to push harder and easier, so in comparison to the recent clears. Now, archer classes as well as swordsmen are going to be a lot easier to push than mages, specifically because their pets that they are required to collect to increase physical attack damage are already good skill unlocking pets. For example, De Niro is a first pet that you must acquire for swordsmen and archers. And what that does is it unlocks a Style Rune level 3 at a future date as well. So it's an automatic requirement. And then other pets, for example, are Hornet, which is one of the big fours. I'll explain that in future, but it's basically an AoE crowd control. Again, it's a physical attack pet, but it is a required skill unlock that you should get for Rebirth 2 and forward. So mages themselves, if they want to unlock those, a Style Rune 3 or the Hornet AoE, they would have to collect these pets, and they don't give them any benefit other than getting them to unlock, which is why swordsmen and archers are a lot easier pushing than it is to be a mage. And then archers, of course, are extremely better than swordsmen because they have the Toxic Arrow skill. And again, when I say better, it's just for early pushing, and having an advantage early in the game is extremely valuable. Now, each day you also get 3 rating chances. So if you want the De Niro pet, for example, you have to be on map 96 and already defeated him in order to raid him 3 times a day. Because you can't raid him yet, I would highly recommend you start raiding the Savage pet, because that will be a skill that you will utilize in Rebirth 2 and forward, basically forever. Of course, you only want to do it until you unlock the Andre for swordsman and for archer. And then, of course, you unlock De Niro, then you just pour all of your tickets and daily raids to De Niro. Now, stat-wise for the character, archers are all dex, because again, you want to max damage. Swordsmen all strength, and mages all int. And again, the sole purpose of it is to increase damage. The game itself relies on you trying to defeat a map before the bosses rage, and basically when they rage, you die. Granted, there are times you kill it while it's raging, but it's very rare. So having damage to kill the boss before it kills you is key to pushing, and you only want to be able to tank long enough for you to kill the boss, and that's basically why all your stats are pure damage. Now, if you're playing already and you messed up, you went like recommended or you added other stats, this is Rebirth 0, so it's just the beginning. When you rebirth, you're basically going to get to reset your stats, so don't worry too much about it. As well, if you use those restat scrolls or reskill wands, you acquire those in abundance, so don't worry about wasting those as well. So now that we've job changed, we're gonna go ahead and equip our skills. Keep in mind, in your hero tab there are 2 tabs. There's the PvE as well as the arena tab. And go ahead and equip your first skill. As well, we can go ahead and equip our first weapon for the archer. So we'll go ahead and equip that as well. Of the skills, Brutal is your first one, and that's the same as Bash or Mind Blow. All it does is massive damage. Berserk is a great skill because it automatically crits any of the skills following, as well as auto attacks. And Double Strafe, of course, is one of the better ones at higher levels because it does damage as well as heals you. And then as each skill comes along, I'll kind of explain. But as of right now, just use your damage skill and attack and keep going. Now, you can also go into your hero tab and refine all your gears. There isn't a chance to break your gears, but basically you're refining the slots themselves. So let's just go ahead and max refine. Each refine increases a particular stat. My recommendation is to max refine your weapons first. Again, damage is key. Then your defense, which is armor and head. And then, of course, your HP, which is your accessory. And then lastly, refine your boots and cloak for magic defense, which is very, very rare that you'll face an opponent with that. So go ahead and, use all your gold that you have to refine all your gears. So that's all I have for the class change as well as the recommendations. Everyone, of course, is hoping for the thief class or assassin, and we don't have a date yet, so everyone's still just waiting. That being said, I'll see you next time.